What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sonella Estrella and I make videos about all things spirituality, so if that is something that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. So for today's video, I am going to be talking about my ayahuasca journey. So when I filmed this video, it ended up being very long. So I'm gonna have to chop it up into 2 parts. I'm gonna try to get it into 2 and shut the fuck up and stop and just cut up some parts because I know I talk a lot. So part 1 is going to be about the facility and everything that you have to do in preparation for your ceremony, and then part 2 is going to be my experience. So this is going to be part 1 of 2 on the facility and all the preparation that you need to do in order to do your ceremony. So let's just jump right into it. I know that it has been a few months since I last posted a video. I think the last one was in March, and I know I say that in every video, even though I only have like... But I am trying to make it a point to post more on YouTube and less on TikTok. I feel like this community is much nicer and I get to give all of the information that I want rather than in a 60 or 3-minute video. So today's video is something that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and it is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very, very long time. And as you can probably tell by the title of this video, I am going to be explaining my ayahuasca journey. I'm going to be talking about the facility, cost, and all things like that. So any questions that you guys have asked me on TikTok or DM, I will answer them today. Okay, so first off, what is ayahuasca? So ayahuasca is a psychedelic medicine. It comes from a vine that is native to the Amazon, and shamans have been using this medicine for centuries, but now it is open for anyone to use and heal. The word ayahuasca is derived from 2 Quechua words, aya meaning spirit and huasca meaning vine or rope. Thus, ayahuasca is described as the vine of the soul. Ayahuasca can help with anything from PSD, chronic depression and anxiety, childhood trauma, abuse, addiction, rehabilitation, spiritual transformation, or just really any kind of trauma. It is all around so incredible. I am so grateful for this experience. I literally would not be who I am today without her. It comes in the form of a drink once it is processed for you to take it. You drink it and your journey lasts for about 5 hours. And I do want to preface by saying you are going to hear me referring to ayahuasca as she or mother or her throughout this video, and once you go through a ceremony you will understand why. She is the divine feminine spirit of earth. She is a conscious being. That's why this is so sacred, and it is more than just any plant medicine. This is not a drug. Let me say that again. This is not a drug. This is a sacred plant medicine that is used for healing trauma and expansion of your consciousness. If you are going to do an ayahuasca ceremony just for fun, you are in for a very rude awakening. Just forewarning, not trying to scare anyone. If you are there for healing, you will receive that. But if you are doing it just so you can trip on something, no. She's not gonna like that. Every time I talk about ayahuasca, someone or multiple people ask me, oh, where did you get it? Or who did you get it from? And I don't like the phrase of that question because it makes it sound like that is something that you could do at home. It is not something that you could do at home. You need to go through a retreat or facility that is known, well established, safe, and reliable. Because if you do it on your own, it is very, very dangerous. You need to be under supervision. You need to have people there who know what to do if something goes wrong. If there is some kind of medical complication, or if there is something that is happening within your consciousness that is just so terrifying, someone will be there to walk you through it if you go through a retreat facility. If you are at home doing it by yourself, something could go wrong because you didn't take the correct steps that were necessary in order to prepare for ceremony. It's not something that you can decide to do on a Monday and go on a Friday. It takes about 2 weeks to prepare for ceremony, and the first thing that you have to do is take yourself off of any medications. And you can go on their website and see the full list of medications. You have to do a medical evaluation before you apply for your retreat, but any antidepressants, any anti-anxiety medications, you will die if you do not stop taking them and you decide to do the medicine. I'm not trying to scare you, but that is a healthy fear. You do not want to die, and you do not want to lie in ceremony, and then what is the point of going to heal when you won't be in this physical vessel anymore? So you do have to get off of all of your medications. Again, look on the website, do the medical evaluation if that is something that you are really interested in. Another thing is you have to go on a plant-based diet for 2 weeks, or as close to plant-based as you possibly can. For me, that was super easy. I don't really eat like dairy or meat or anything. I stopped eating like fried stuff. So no like potato chips, no french fries, no ice cream. I love ice cream. Dairy free though. So just stuff like that. You want to eat as close to as it grows from the earth as possible. No alcohol, no drugs, no sex, and no masturbation. I'm serious. You release a lot of energy when you do those things, and you want to be able to hold on to this energy for ceremony. It is highly illegal in the US, and that is why you cannot just do it at home. But the way that I did it through a facility made it 100% legal. I did mine in the US, and I will explain how it was 100% legal to do. I went to a facility called Soul Quest Church of Ayahuasca Mother Earth. It is in Orlando, Florida, and I know that a lot of people go to Brazil, Costa Rica, Peru to do their retreats. However, this was during COVID, and I could not leave the country, nor did I feel comfortable doing that on my own. So I knew family that went to Soul Quest, and they had an amazing experience. So I felt comfortable doing my first ceremony there. It is 100% legal at this facility, even though it is in the US, because of the Freedom of Religion Amendment and a Supreme Court rule decision made in 2005. It operates as a church, which allows for the medicine to be administered to people and for the ceremony to be facilitated. I know that everyone is wondering what something like this costs, but please do not let the price stray you away. Please stay until the end of the video, because this type of healing is something that you just cannot put a price on. So for this facility specifically that I went to, you do not pay for the medicine, but you are paying for things like food, staff accommodations, sleeping accommodation, and everything else, but you do not pay for the medicine. And with this facility, all of the money that they make from these ceremonies, they call it a donation. All of the donations go to bettering the facility. So they are building more sleeping accommodations, they are hiring more staff, they are really expanding their facility to make it a better experience and to draw in more people for this healing. And you will understand after you go through your ceremony why you would want everyone to be able to experience this in the best way possible. So for a 3-day and 2-night weekend retreat, it is a donation of $8.99. This includes 2 ayahuasca ceremonies, 1 Friday night and 1 Saturday night, breakfast, lunch, yoga, breathwork, rapé, and integration, which is really important. You can do a third option of an ayahuasca ceremony on Saturday morning in nature for an additional $150. I did that, and it is 100% worth it. You really get to connect with Mother Earth and with Aya, and it is just the most incredible experience. That, I think, was my second favorite ceremony. So that is for the basic accommodations, and you sleep on a mattress. It is very comfortable, by the way, in this main ceremony area. So you're kind of underneath like a patio, I decided to pay a little bit extra and stay in the Maloka because it was the middle of July in Florida and the Maloka had air conditioning. In the future, if I go again, when I go again, I would rather stay in one of the other sleeping facilities just because I felt very disconnected while I was in ceremony and I asked to be taken outside into the grass by the fire, and I will explain all of that also. There is a Sunday aftercare program that is an extra $100. There are other sleeping accommodations. If you would like a cabin to yourself, which I really don't recommend because you're not really going to be in there, and it can get pretty pricey. I stayed in the Maloka. It was, I believe, an extra $75 for the weekend. It was great. You are in a co-ed sleeping area. There are bathrooms to change in, so you don't have to worry about that. But you are in a big room. I will insert a picture of it with other people and their mats around you. I wouldn't worry too much about sleeping accommodations just because you aren't going to really be in there. During the day, you're going to be either in ceremony or out in the facility, talking to others, eating, just showering and doing your everyday things. And then when you're in ceremony, you might not even decide that you want to stay in there. And if you do decide that, someone else can take you out. I want to talk more about this facility, Soul Quest Ayahuasca Church of Mother Earth. So I loved this facility so much. When you pull up, it is not a secret, it's not private, it's very open. They have a huge sign that says Soul Quest Ayahuasca Church of Mother Earth, like it is out in the open. The grounds are so beautiful. There is so much space for people. There is about 50 to 70 people in each ceremony, and they hold it every Friday to Sunday. When you come on these grounds, you really feel the energy of what is taking place here. They have professionals come and bless it. It is well warded and protected from any negative or outside entities trying to come in. And they have everything from volunteers, staff, paramedics, doctors, teachers, and very well-versed people in this line of work. It is so clean. There is outdoor showers and there is indoor showers. I loved showering outside. It's not like everyone can see you. Like there is like a stall, but it's open on the top. So you are just like in all of this beautiful natures. There's palm trees. There's so many exotic plants and trees out there. It is super beautiful. And I just felt like a waterfall fairy taking a shower in the outside, which I thought was super cool and just added to the experience. There is private bathrooms with a door and locks on them, as well as showers that you could go into in those like kind of festival trailers that they have for like VIP festivals, if you know what I'm talking about. But it does get a little bit hot in there, but if you do want your privacy, there is that option. During ceremony, you are only allowed to use the bathrooms that have a curtain on them. And the reason for that is you have someone with you the entire time. You are under supervision for the entire duration of your journey, just in case anything goes wrong, or if the medicine is affecting you really hard and you kind of lose your way, there's someone to take you to the bathroom. But also the reason that there is a curtain is because some people, they will sit on the toilet for so long that they will actually pass out. So someone is just there to make sure that you are okay. And it's not uncomfortable. They just stand outside the door and they just ask you if you're okay, and they walk you back to your mat just for your safety. All of the people that are taking you to the bathroom have been in ceremony before, and they totally understand what it is like to purge and have all of that stuff coming out of your body. So don't be embarrassed, like they get it. They are there to help. They are not being paid. They really want to do it just out of the pureness of their heart because of how much the medicine has helped them heal themselves. So there's absolutely no judgment. But anyways, let's get back into the rest of the facility. So when you arrive, you go straight back into the parking lot and you have to get a COVID test. You can bring your own. It has to be less than 72 hours old, or they can give you a blood test right on site. I ended up just doing the blood test on site. It took about 5 minutes, little prick in your finger. Even the medic has done the medicine. So everyone is so loving and kind and is welcoming you to do this experience that has healed them as well. Once you have gotten a negative COVID test, you go into the main office in the facility to check in. They ask what kind of package you got for your retreat, and they will give you a name tag. Once everyone is checked in, on Friday at about 2 p.m., I believe, 1 or 2 p.m., everyone who is joining in on the ceremony will sit in a circle. I had about 60 or 70 people in my weekend retreat, and everyone sits in a circle. They kind of explain what's going to happen for the weekend, and everyone goes around and they give you a microphone and you tell your story of why you are here and what you are hoping to gain from taking ayahuasca. I thought that was super uncomfortable. I actually had to go last, and I was not someone who ever shared anything about my life. I was a very private person, and I still am to some extent, but I have learned that sharing our struggles has been very gratifying, because it is not our successes that bring us together, it is our struggles. And I was just gonna say, I just wanna heal, and then it just all came out of me. I don't know, maybe it was the energy in the grounds, maybe it was hearing other people share their story, but I felt very called to just tell them why I was there. And I went for general healing. I was in a narcissistic, abusive relationship just the year before for 4 years, and that had been affecting me very negatively still, and that was what I mainly needed healing from, and also some childhood trauma, which I did not even mention during that part, but it just all came out, and everyone was clapping for each other, and it felt really good to release that and just have that support system. After everyone goes around, you have a bunch of people with PhDs, the founder of the facility, and just staff and volunteers all introduce themselves. They kind of explain and walk you through what's going to happen throughout this weekend with ceremony. Around 8 or 9 p.m. they do the blessing initiation, and then the medicine is administered. If you have never done ayahuasca before, if it is your first time doing the medicine, you are only allowed 1 dose. If you had done it before, you are allowed to ask for how much you want. So you could do 1.5, 1 3/4, you could do up to 2, or in some cases, very rarely, 3. If you just get 1, they will wait 2 hours, and if you need a booster, they will give that to you then. That is all I have for you guys for the facility. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment. It really helps me. If you guys have any questions about the facility that I went to, or just any questions in general about doing ayahuasca ceremony, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will get back to you. It is my passion to share this experience with others. If you guys would like to hear about my journey and my experience, I will leave that video in the description as well as in the cards. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.